Good day. Welcome to my presentation on the topic artificial roughness and the performance of air heating solar energy collectors, a review. The presentation covers the following contents of the topic: introduction, heat transfer mechanisms in air heating solar energy collector, performance of an air heating solar energy collector, purpose of the study, the concept of artificial roughness, terminologies, review results, summary, and conclusions. Introduction. Air heating solar energy collectors transform solar radiation energy to internal energy of air flowing through them, which can then be deployed for various thermal applications as hot air. A conventional air heating solar energy collector generally consists of an absorber plate with a parallel plate below, forming a rectangular channel for air passage, as shown in Figure 1. Heat transfer mechanisms in air heating solar energy collector. The energy balance of heat transfer processes in a simple air heating solar energy collector, such as the one represented in Figure 1, is shown in equation is as given in equation 1, which mathematically states that Q useful is equal to Q sol minus open bracket Q ref plus Q cond plus Q rad plus Q conv close the bracket, where Q useful is the useful heat energy of A from the air heater. Q sol is the input solar radiation. Q rad are heat losses by radiation. Q conv are losses by convection. Q ref are reflective or optical losses, and Q cond are losses by conduction. Performance of an air heating solar energy collector. Performance rating of an air heating solar energy collector depends on the thermal, hydraulic, and optical characteristics of the system. Thermal performance of an air heating solar energy collection gives a measure of how efficient the collector is in transforming incident solar radiation to internal energy of air flowing through it. The expression for the thermal performance of air heating solar energy collector, N sub Th, is given at equation 2. Hydraulic performance, on the other hand, gives a measure of the fraction of the useful energy of the hot air that is used to power the device pump or the collector's air propeller. An expression for the total fan power, W prop, required to propel the heated air through the collector's duct is given as equation 3. Thermohydraulic performance simultaneously evaluates the thermal and hydraulic characteristics. Thermohydraulic performance simultaneously evaluates the thermal and hydraulic characteristics of the collector system. Hydraulic performance is sometimes called the effective efficiency of the system, and the expression for the hydraulic performance is given as equation 4. Optical performance gives the account of how transparent the collector's glazing material is to solar radiation. The expression for optical performance is given as equation 5. Purpose of the study. The ultimate goal in solar energy utilization is to decrease the cost of energy collected per kilowatt hour. Therefore, the cost effectiveness of a particular air heating solar energy collector may not be relied upon the design and operation costs alone, but from a combination of high efficiency, low fabrication, installation, and operation costs, and other practical aspects that are related to the desired application. A conventional air heating solar energy collector is simple in design and requires little maintenance. However, it is not cost effective. Why? Because the heat transfer coefficient between the device absorber plate and the air flowing through it is low, and the consequence of this is low device efficiency. Whereas various methods or ways, such as internal and external recycling system, double path system, incorporating thermal energy storage materials in the design of the device, use of artificial roughness elements, and so on, can be used in improving the performance of air heating solar energy collectors. A review of studies, a review of literature indicates that many studies are focusing on the use of artificial roughness elements in the form of ribs of different shapes, sizes, and orientations to improve the performance and the cost effectiveness of conventional air heaters. The aim of this paper is therefore to review the available existing literatures on various artificial roughness elements and geometries that have been proposed or utilized to improve the performance of a heating solar energy collector. The concept of artificial roughness. Artificial roughness involves providing obstruction to the passage of airflow on the collector's absorber plate so that they can act as turbulence promoters, thus increasing the heat transfer coefficient between A and the collector's absorber plate. It is one of the most effective and economic ways of enhancing the performance. However, their presence in airflow passage increases pumping power consumption of the device. As we know, laminar and viscous sublayer coexist in a turbulent flow of air. The role of the presence of the artificial roughness element on heat transfer surface or on the absorber plate of a heater is to break up the laminar boundary layer and make the flow adjacent to the absorber plate entirely turbulent. Effective roughness elements are therefore those that are designed in such a way that they can influence only the laminar sublayer without disturbing the main turbulent airflow, and by this, minimum pumping power across the device duct is kept. In order to design effective roughness elements, information about the existing laminar sublayer of the turbulent airflow over the absorber plate is therefore required, and this information can be obtained using equation 6 and 7, which were first proposed by Barton and Shell. Figure 2 is a presentation of different roughness geometries. Here we have continuous transverse ribs, 90-degree broken ribs, inclined discrete ribs, broken VRPS ribs, and so on. Terminologies. For a good understanding of this topic, the following terms are defined. 1. Relative roughness pitch, P over A. This is defined as the ratio of the distance P between two consecutive ribs to the height of the rib. Relative roughness height E over D. This is the ratio of the rib height E to equivalent diameter of the air flow of the air passage. Angle of attack. This is the angle between the rib and the direction of airflow. Aspect ratio. This is the ratio of the duct width to duct height. The aspect ratio plays a crucial role in investigating thermohydraulic performance of the air heating solar energy collector. Review results. Presented in tabular form here are the findings of different investigators using different roughness geometries. For instance, Prasad and Mulik found that the thermal efficiency of air heater can range from 0.63 to 0.72 when roughened with circular transverse rib at Reynolds number of 40,000. Verma and Prasad found that with circular transverse rib, optimum effective efficiency of 71% can be obtained when the node number is between 5,000 and 20,000. Sahu and Bajora found that 90-degree broken transverse rib as a roughening element can make the node number ratio of a roughened duct to be between 51 and 83.5% when the node number is between 3,000 and 12,000. Bajero et al. Found that wedge-shaped transverse rib as a roughening agent can help to achieve a maximum node number ratio of 5.3 when the node number is between 3,000 and 18,000. Other findings are tabulated here, but for the sake of time, let's go to table 2, where the performance of these ribs are compared. Comparison of different roughness elements. Kawa compared the performance of transverse continuous ribs, transverse inclined rib, V up continuous rib, V down continuous rib, V up discrete rib, V down discrete rib. He found that V down discrete rib offered the best heat transfer performance based on equal pumping power. Mullenweg compared V-discrete rib, V-up discrete rib, and transverse discrete rib. He found that V-down discrete rib offered the best heat transfer performance. Kuman and Kim compared multi-V rib with staggered rib pieces and other rib geometries. He found that the thermal efficiency of the multiple V rib was around 6% on the average, higher than the thermal performance of other ribs. Thunder compared 45-degree inclined continuous rib, transverse continuous rib, discrete V-shaped rib, and transverse broken rib. He found that transverse broken rib offered the best heat transfer performance. Koshel and Go compared dimple-shaped rib and the rib of other geometries. He found that the dimple-shaped rib offered better heat transfer performance at high node number, while the multiple V rib was better at low node number. Kuman and Kim compared simple V rib, protrusion rib in V pattern, dimple rib in V pattern, V rib combined with the groove, and they found that V rib combined with the groove provided better thermohydraulic efficiency. Shin et al. Compared uniform cross-section circular, square, and trapezoidal transverse rib and non-uniform cross-section sawtooth transverse rib. They found that non-uniform cross-section sawtooth rib provided the highest heat transfer enhancement and the least friction factor ratio. Pimzan et al. Compared 30-degree, 45-degree, and 60-degree Z ribs and a smooth channel. They found that 45-degree Z ribs provided the best thermal performance enhancement when the node number is between 5,000 and 23,000. Taco et al. Compared hyperbolic rib and transverse rib of rectangular, triangular, and semicircular cross-section. They found that 45-degree hyperbolic rib offered the best thermal performance enhancement. Summary and conclusion. It can be concluded that discrete multiple V rib with staggered rib pieces, hyperbolic rib, and the non-uniform cross-section sawtooth transverse rib offer best heat transfer performance over ribs of other geometries. 2. The performance of multiple V rib is best at a modified geometry with an attack angle of 60 degrees. 3. Dimple roughness elements yield high Nusselt number ratio at low pumping power penalty, where this area of study has suffered lack of interest in literature, as only spherical dimples has been investigated. 4. Discrete multiple V rib with staggered rib pieces, hyperbolic ribs, the uniform cross-section sawtooth transverse ribs, and dimple roughness geometries have not been used to enhance the performance of double pass air heating solar energy collector system. These are reference work in the study. Thank you.